Hello everybody and welcome back to Elm Creek. You join me in the new, what's called like the production yard. There's a couple more since the last episode. These things are just so cool. They are little like production factories, whatever you want to call them. And I showed you in the last episode the few that we got here that's doing like butter, cheese, ice cream, soya drinks and stuff. Them doing tomato ketchup and salads and raisins and grapes. And then these ones I've added in. This is taken over from the cereal factory. So this does like, you can do all your normal like oats. You got oatmeal, you got popcorn. I never thought we were going to get popcorn on this game, but also it does cereals as well. So what I've done is, like I've done with the rest of these, I got rid of the dairy because they've replaced the dairy. They're just nice and small and cheap. So it's like, you know, we don't need the big expensive dairy that's slow. These are a little bit quicker and they're cheaper. And they hold more, and they hold more storage as well. Same with this thing. It's quicker, holds more storage. Like, just makes sense. And we've got, it's all confined into one little area here. We're not running half around the map. Now, again, I'm not saying there's any problem with the ones built into the map. No problem at all. These things are just really cool. They're cheap. They just work really well. And plus, it's, like I said, it's all here in one area. So, I transferred everything that was in this cereal factory. So, the honey, the amount of honey, the corn and everything. And I moved it over to this one and then sold the cereal place. So that's gone. So that's why the bank balance has gone up a little bit. I also did with this one as well. So this one is like a little bakery one. Also, we get noodles. Again, who'd have thought we're going to get noodles in here? Now, this one's cool because it's got a few little extra features on it. So we get spaghetti. And obviously, you know, outgoing noodles. But this one's cool because it does bread, we do cakes, a bit like the normal bakery. And again, I've transferred everything over. But as you can see, it looks a bit, well, like they're on the edge. They're all red. And they all have got, you know, several thousand litres in, as you can see. But the reason why it looks so low is because, again, it holds 1 million. It's got massive amounts of storage in it compared to the other ones, which were literally 7 or 8,000 was its limit. Which to them, it looked full. This, it just looks like it doesn't exist. But that's the reason why, it holds a lot more. But the good thing about this one I like, it's got the grain mill built in. So it does wheat and barley flour. So you can put in wheat and we get flour out. And obviously we can distribute the flour from here to other places. And we can activate the spaghetti and the flour makes the spaghetti. So I'm sure you can work out where this is going. I moved everything out of the grain mill, got rid of the grain mill, and we're going to use this instead. Now, we haven't got wheat or barley. The barley's been used for the chicken, so we're going to focus on the wheat for this one now. So it changes plans a little bit, where I said about I wanted to get oats and loads of them. Well, I've taken the oats out of the grain mill and sold that. Now, it's about half price we got from all of them back, so I think it was about 90,000 for the grain mill, got about 40 back. But again, it's not too bad. These are obviously going to help and going to produce more, so we're going to make our money back in the long run. And we've done pretty well so far. So oats have gone into the silo because I need them for like, well, this. We need them put some oats in here for the oatmeal. We need it for the oat drinks in one of these. So we are going to change plans a little bit on the amount of oat fields. Obviously, we can't do wheat at the minute now. If we go back up, right up to the top here and have a quick look. So looking on the calendar, we can do oats, which we are still going to do. We're still going to put some oats in, but we can't really do a massive amount like I wanted to. So we're going to look at doing some oats, and I am tempted to make this field here full of oats. But what I wanted to do is we've got a maple syrup. Yep, we've got the big maple syrup cell. I'm tempted to buy that because I've missed out on wheat. So I thought, well, I could buy that. It's 0.5 mil, just over. That will then add into our collection of the ever-growing amount of fields that we've got. These two I want to make grass because they're not the best fields, for like, the ratio of things. The yield wasn't very good. Seed rate, obviously there's no seed rate on them at the minute because we haven't actually gone and planted anything in. Yeah, but it wasn't the yield, as you can see, it's quite low. It wasn't great, so it should work pretty well for grass. So I'm going to put grass in them too. Tempted to buy that one, and I probably am going to buy it depending on how much we get from the maple syrup. We've got a lot of it, so hopefully it'll be okay. Oats go in that one. We've got barley in that one ready for the chickens. I need to make one of these fields. I'm going to make 51 for the soya beans because I need a little amount of soya beans for them soya drinks. Again, the ratio is like 1 or 2 of soya beans to water and stuff, so it's not gonna last quite a while, so I don't need to go too big on the fields. And then really I'm not sure what to do with the rest of them in it, because we can't do wheat until the end, sort of towards September. So what I might actually do is I might go and fill them out. Actually, that might be a good idea. I might go just fill them all out with oats, because if we go and have a look on here, the oats do harvest in July and August, then the wheat's in September. So we might as well just fill them all out, get a load of oats, and then it will keep like this going with the cereals and popcorn and all that kind of stuff. That might be a good idea, actually. And also, if we do all the fields of oats, we're going to get a load of straw. And also, a new mod just come out, which you might remember from FS19. The, was it Straw Me? I think that's what it's called. Apologies if I've got that wrong, but I think it was the Straw Me, which allowed you to do like corn straw, soybean straw, was it canola, you know, all the different kind of straws of the other different kind of products that you can do. So that's come back now, I think it's down as extended straw now. So that only came out, I think, literally like today, as I'm recording this. So yeah, all these little things that we're finding out now, these little factories, they weren't here when we started this map. But things are appearing, which is now allowing me to sort of change things up in this map, and it's keeping it sort of fresh, but keeping things changed and keeping everything going. Oh yeah, speaking of fresh and changed, say hello to the new Crampy trailer. I love these trailers. This one, again, slightly modded. The trailer itself is good because it's just got a back door tip, and you've got a little grain door as well. But I did slightly tweak this one and made a modded version of it. So it holds 500,000 litres and weighs nothing, because them things, the grapes and olives, we're going to have to tackle these at some point soon. Now, a lot of the grapes did go across to the new productions, so they're down a little bit. But the olives are just, it's just mental. 1.3 million litres. They're gone red because they nearly maxed out the capacity. I thought 1.5 million, that's stupid. It's never going to get that high. Yeah, it's nearly maxed it out. So even in that thing, it's still going to be a few trips to sell them. But it was a bit better, and I got rid of the belly dump one because the belly dump one only did 100,000 litres. And you felt the full 100,000 litres. So yeah, that's pretty much wrapped up where we are at the minute. I said in the last episode that we're going to see, it was a touch and go with the maple, because the prices looked good in the last month, but it still had potential to go up. Well, you join me at 5 minutes past 2 in March, and it's not gone any further. It's just gone to the point now, it's hit the tipping point, and it's just dropped £1. So it's like, well, freeze time, you know, we've got to wait now because we need to sell them. So maple is the first thing we're going to do. The game has had another patch update since the last recording. So I have gone round to try and cover every bit, but it might be a bit jumpy in a few areas where I've not yet been. So I do apologise if we get that. It seems like every time we do a patch, it has to like load everything back in, and it just takes a bit of time. Speaking of taking a bit of time, these old girls here don't seem to be giving us many eggs. Like when we sleep overnight, a whole month pass and I seem to get like 1 pallet. And it's yeah, I don't really know, if I'm honest, why. But the donuts just are hounding the eggs. They're down to 2,796 at the minute. So they just seem to be hounding them. So I found a modded version of a coop, because this is an inbuilt one for the game, and I don't know how you mod that one. So what I'm tempted to do is get rid of this. Put it in. It's a lot cheaper than these as well. It will fit in here. It's got no building. It's sort of like an open pasture. Got like a little wooden carton. You know what? I can just quickly show you now. If we go on to the chickens, you'll see it's this one here. This is what it is. And again, it's a modded one, so I managed to slightly tweak it. It actually got, I think it was 500 chickens it would allow, which is still better than what we've got. But I might have just added another 5 onto that, so it will hold 1,000 now. Because what I'm thinking is, it will fit here nicely. I know it's a bit jumping at the minute because it's going over the building, but it'll fit in there fine. We can replace that one, get rid of that one. and also get rid of the other coop as well, just over there. So then one coop will have more than we got. We've got 700, well, around about 720 now. So that will hold 1,000. That makes sense. I'm hoping then that will give us some more eggs, and obviously right here next to the donut factory, so we can literally just scoot them across. So that's the plan. So, but first, let's go and tackle some maple syrup. So we're going to take this. We're going to go over to here. It's not far. And we're going to sell these and see how much we get. Open the curtain and let them go. They're going nice and quick as well. Look at this. Didn't move forward quick enough then. So we're going to get two lots of amounts, which is not too bad. It's not the end of the world. So we're getting on for what? $250,000 there? $250,000 from one trailer of maple syrup. We've easily got another one to go. So I'm going to go back, stock up, and I'll see you back at the sell point. So we've got another trailer full of maple to go, and we have actually still got more to go. But this, if I'm right, this is our first sell of maple. It's just been stacking up ever since we put it in. So yeah, we can't blame it for having a lot here. We haven't really sold any before. This is the first time. So we'll see if we can try and get it all in one this time. Creep forward. There we go. Hopefully we should get it all in one this time. Oh, it's a good price. 216,523 and 17,913 environmental. Oh, this is good. So I really do think we're going to go for that wheat field now because we've got the money. I'm just going to go back and get the remainder, and we'll see what it's like after we sell the last bits. So we've got another 42 pallets on the last. That's it. The maple is empty now. So just 42 pallets to go. So it's still going to be a nice amount, but obviously not quite a full load. Look at them pallets go. I'm watching the pallets go. I'm making sure that they all go. We get a nice figure. Look at that. 181244 with nearly 15 grand environmental score reward. That's nice. So it was maple in this year. In this month. That was the big thing. And that's the only thing what's up for selling in March. Or the highest price in March anyway. We've done a lot of selling. We're now back into the millions. The sensible thing will be now to pay off another $1 million off the loan. But I really want to get that field of wheat in. So I'm going to go park this back in here. We'll leave the wagon attached now. We'll turn it off. Let's go back on and let's just go and see. It would be nice. It's a nice field. We need wheat now for the flour. We can get it. I think we're going to get this. Yep, we've got it. Now, if we go and click this one, we should be able to purchase the soil information. That's not too... 6 grand. Ooh, it's a big field. Now, let's have a look here. The nitrogen is... it's better than the rest of the field. We can just get off that. Ooh, look at this. So, loam at the bottom's good. Sandy loam. Loamy sand, it's not bad. It's not brilliant. More loamy, sandy loam. Oh, funny names it. And then the salty clay just a little bit at the top, which is the really bad one. So that's going to be a nice field, that is. Our score's gone up a little bit, which is pretty good. So we're now 73. So it's now time finally to get back to some actual farming and actually put some grass in these two fields. We're going to put some oats in. Actually, we're going to put grass in these two. We're going to put oats in all the other fields and just leave 51s, a small little field for the soybeans. But the soybeans we can't do just yet. The soybeans are going to have to come at a later date. The soybeans, yeah, next month we can do them. So let's move across then to our trusted tractor. We'll get set up and I'll see you at the field. So we're going to start on this field then. We're all full of seeds. I've just gone and filled up from our actual seed, our own seed maker. Quite cool that is, that you can do that from your own seed maker. So we're going to put some grass in this field and the field next to us. There's our new wheat field there. It's looking good, that is. Now, I must admit, I didn't realise as well. It's only off camera the other day that I was looking at these seeders and the planter. I must admit, I thought it was the planter, the big expensive one, the big long one with what unfolds. I thought that was the like what did grass and stuff like that. I didn't know this did it as well. So I was a little bit worried, thinking, oh, am I gonna have to cultivate? Like, what am I gonna do there? Because really, we're trying to direct drill. So we're apparently direct drilling improves the environmental score. So I'm like, oh, I don't really want to. If we're gonna put grass in, are we just gonna ruin that score straight off? So then when I went around to check and I hooked up to these just to see what it was like, I didn't realize this actually did grass as well. This does pretty much everything. I think it's just the odd little things it doesn't do. Like, I think it does sunflowers. Or it could be corn. It might do sunflowers, but it doesn't do corn. So yeah, it's quite good that we can do pretty much everything we need to do with this one and direct drill it. Because the other one's not direct drill. So that was my only concern, thinking, I'm assuming the shallow cultivator will be better. Obviously, we've got rid of the deep cultivator because, in the plough, don't want to damage the environmental score if we can help it. So I'm assuming the shallow cultivator will help, and it will allow for that planter to plant. And hopefully it won't damage the environmental score too much, but since we can get away with, using this, if we can, it's smaller. I know it's smaller, and it's obviously not going to fertilize. We're going to have to come back and fertilize after, to improve the nitrogen and the pHs and all that. But you've seen the spreader we've got. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. So, this is going to take a little while. There's a little tree in the way there. Go around it, why not? Drop it down. Let's carry on. So the grass is going good, just got a worker doing this one at the minute. So that field has all been done there. And I'm glad I checked on the worker, because it seems like the little path in the middle between the fields doesn't actually stop them. Because I came back after doing a few things and checked on the worker, and the worker's already moved onto this field. I didn't tell it to, it just decided it wanted to. So it's a good job I wanted grass in this field as well. I thought the gaps between the fields stopped them. Clearly not. But not to worry. Like I said, luckily we want grass in both these fields. So if we're going to have a look at the minute, you'll see. Doing pretty well there. Done a nice job on there as well. So what I decided to do, because the money's going okay at the minute, it seems to be, I was going to say rolling in. Can't say sort of rolling in. We're not made of money yet, because we've still got a loan to pay off. But it's dropping quite quick actually, which is good. It makes you feel better that, 1.5 mil left as it stands at the minute. I've got no worry that we're going to clear that loan. Probably not too far in the distance, are we, really? Not the way that things are going, especially with maple syrup and stuff like that. So what I've done is, because I did have a bit of money in the bank, you might have seen it's dropped a little bit from the last time I saw you. I decided to treat myself to another one of these planters or seed. These are seeders, I think. I get confused between the two, between this one and the other one. These are seeders, the other one's a planter. So I do apologise. I will get them wrong. It's not sticking in my head, that one. So yeah, I treated myself to another one of these, and because I got the red tractor, I thought, ooh, you know what? There's a lot of work to do here. Why not get some workers to help me? And I've got this dude putting in oats in this field. Now, I did do the little outlines myself just to make sure. I can unlock the speed, but I'm a little bit worried to do that with these guys because, well, we know what they're like, and they're likely to sort of hit something, crash or whatever. Now, look at this here. That's quite good. So even though that field did look a bit rubbish, with the silty clay and stuff, it seems like we're getting a nice standard seed rate for the grass. So that's pretty good, actually. So it seems it's not using a load. It's not using too little. Here you can see this is going okay at the minute. Now, this is obviously going in because we're planting this one. This one, it's still showing us from last time. Which, is that right? Oh yeah, because we hadn't done these, that's why. I hadn't actually planted these. We bought the fields like this one. We bought the fields with them in. So this is its first like recording of seed rate. This is obviously already recorded a seed rate from last time. So yes, that's probably why it's not showing now. We've already got a recording. Okay, that makes sense. Don't know what the hell happened down here. Something went wrong here, but you can see the red. There's a lot of seed been taken on this bit here. And a lot through here as well. Oh yeah, and we haven't done that one as well. So what I'm hoping to do is to try and go through most of these. So that's going to be oats. I'm not sure what to do with that one because it's such a tiny little field. I'll put oats in as well. Why not? We might as well put oats in all these that we've got. Going to put oats in these, oats in them, oats in them. So we're literally putting oats in everything. 2 for grass. We've got that of wheat, so we don't need to worry about wheat. And then 51 is going to be our soya beans, because we need some soya beans for the drinks. But we can't do soya beans until next month, April for soya beans. We'll be able to harvest all the wheat. Sorry, we'll be able to harvest all the oats before we need to then go put the wheat in. So that's going to be quite good. Wheat and oats harvest at the same time, and then in September we can put some more wheat in. So we might just go back on that one. We'll see how much we get really, because wheat's being used for our seeds, and also we've got to put wheat in for the flour in the new bakery. So yeah, all in all, I think it's going pretty well. So while these workers are cracking on with this, shall we go and take a quick look? And I said I wanted to sort out the chicken coop. Shall we just zoom over there and have a look? Now, we've got some eggs around this one here. Now, I know we're going to lose a bit of barley, but it's not the end of the world. We have got a barley field, which is, you know, not a million miles away from harvesting, and we can purchase some if need be. But they just don't seem to be making as many eggs. I mean, I haven't collected eggs from here for several months. It was sometime last year. And this is all we've got. 2 full pallets. And where the heck are you going? Get back in there. And this little one here. So I really want to sort of get rid of this one. Now I know we're going to lose the chickens as well. We're going to have to repurchase them. But I can't actually move the chickens. If I go and have a look on the animal transportation and have a look. None of the trailers, which I'm sure they did, but none of them are showing chickens. Cows, pigs, sheep, horses, all that kind of stuff. But none of them are showing chickens. So I can't even go rent one of them, pick all my chickens up, move the pens around and put them back. So we're going to have to go buy the new chickens again. So I'm going to sell this. 37 grand back. That's not bad. I'm going to make some money back on this then. So it kind of makes up for the chickens that we're going to lose and some of the wheat as well, the barley as well. Oh, it doesn't actually let me sell. It's saying back or rename. Why can't I sell the chicken coop? Is it because there's chickens in it? I bet you that's what it is, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go and have a look at this one first then, because it's closer by. I think that's because the chickens are still in it. That's why it won't let me sell it. So we need to go into here. We need to get rid of the chickens then. So if we select them and sell, yes. So we're gonna, at least we're gonna get some money back for the chickens then. Sell all them, and we're gonna have to just keep. We're gonna have to keep going here, aren't we? Sell. $60 more. That's all of them gone. Coop empty. So we've got nothing here from this one. So what we can do now is go back into construction. Now, will it let me sell? Yes, it will. So we can sell that, and there we go. Coop be gone. Now we're going to have to go do the same on the other one, but first let's go and put the new one in here, because this is where it's going. So if we go into landscaping and into painting, was it gravel we used on the yard here? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Oh, okay, so yeah, it should be quite nice. That should fit in there quite nice. So we can go back across now to animals. We're going to chicken. And obviously we can have stuff like these where you can have like a completely open pasture thing with no fences around, which I think is going to look a little bit weird for chickens just to run around on this little farmyard here. So we are going to fence the little devils in. Where did the eggs spawn? I'm assuming. Now, I haven't got the markers set on. Let me just go and activate the markers first. I turn the markers off because it looks a bit... When you're going over to the open gardens there, it's a bit wild with all the markers on. So just see, I want to know where the eggs spawn on this one. Ah, right there at the front. So we put the food in there at the trough just to the left. By the animals in the middle. Eggs come out there. Alright, this is pretty good then. So we can actually push this back a little bit. We can come over this way a little bit. Maybe push it back. I don't want to go too far back actually. Now I'm not sure if it's going to... What's it going to do with the ground? Is it going to put its own sort of grass texture in? Or is it going to stay concrete and I'm going to have to do it myself? We're about to find out together. Let's go for that there. Oh, it has sort of put its own grass in. On concrete. You know what? It looks okay. I don't think it really does affect, you know, what it's got in it. Whether if it was grass concreted or not. I think it still works the same way. We could go through and actually paint grass over. I'm not sure. Is it worth painting grass over? So we could, like, paint our own grass and then we'd have to put the meadow stuff back in. The problem is that you could be here for a little while trying to make this quite neat. Because you'd have to... Let's just see if we can... Oh, that's well too big. Can we get around all these little bits here? We can do, yeah. Trying to get it so it doesn't sort of poke out the end, so to speak. Always an issue when it pokes out the end. Can we get around this bit here? I mean, that doesn't look too bad. And then we can go on to plants here and we can go for the meadow grass. See if we can actually put in some... Oh, that's yeah, well too big again. Put some meadow grass in. It looks a little bit more what it was like before. So just fill this out here. Try not get... Don't want it poking out too much. That'll do. This doesn't really have to be too neat. There we go. I think that looks alright. I mean, we can sort of go a bit smaller if we really want to get into these little bits up here. Yeah. I think that looks a bit better. I know it's sticking out a little bit on the sides here, but I don't think it matters too much, does it really? So let's go back in. So that's 900 chickens gone in here because obviously they're at the age as well that they can reproduce. So I thought, well, let's leave a bit of room so there's 100 there that they can reproduce. Don't know if that makes a difference or not, or do they slow down on the eggs if they hit the limit of the actual pen? Maybe that was the problem with the other ones. Maybe because they hit the limit, they wouldn't produce eggs as quick. I don't know if I'm honest. But I've just gone and put the barley in. That's all sorted. So not bad. Right, we need to just go whiz across here now. We need to see how the workers are doing in a second, but we need to just go over here, find the gap in the little hedge. And we need to just get rid of these now. And then we need to remember to come back and pick up the eggs as well. So I'm just going to go through and get rid of these. So that's all the chickens gone from here. Then we should be able to go on now and sell this coop. We can do. Coop be gone. We've got some eggs. Like I said, luckily the eggs stayed. And then we can get rid of this lamppost as well, because that's just going to be in the way, this light. We don't need that anymore. That can go. Ah, that's looking pretty good. So I'm just worried about if I do the ground texture. Oh, I can't move these. Too heavy. Oh, I can see it's come up at the top that the workers are done. So let's just see if we can quickly go into the landscaping and painting. Was this gravel as well? I think it was gravel. Yep, gravel. Is this going to get rid of the eggs if I run over the eggs? I don't want it to. Because eggs, we're desperate for eggs. Let's just see if we can... Don't get rid of me eggs. I've come back with the wagon for that. There we go. So we'll casually leave some eggs in the middle here. Now, there is other things we can put in this space. Them things down there. There's another one. There's the oil mill one, which could go here. It'll look a bit strange that we've got all them down there and then one up here on its own. I might just leave it empty. Probably will just leave it empty for now. Obviously, we've got more, still got more chickens, you know, than we had in both the coops. We had 720 in both the coops. Now we've got 900. So let's just see if that makes an improvement on the eggs, shall we? Right, this dude's in a bush here. Let's just get him out the bush. Are we all we done now? Let's have a quick look on the grass. Yeah, he's done there and he's done there. Perfect. So let's get them both working elsewhere then. Now, one thing which is a bit weird, maybe you can tell me as well if you've had this issue. I can't open the cover on this one. So the other one attached to the green tractor, that one, no problem at all. I can press the left bumper on my controller and the left on the D-pad and the cover opens. This one, nah, doesn't work. No idea why. They're exactly the same tractor, same everything. No idea. So it is making it fun to get seed in it. Yeah, it just doesn't want to work at all. You know what? We could have gone through the garden there. I just want to check on this guy as well to make sure he's doing okay. Yeah, he seems to be. He's going to the edges. While we're here then, we might as well get this guy started on this field here. We're going to leave that one right to the back over there, where the train is. That's going to be the soybeans. The rest of them are going to be oats. It's enough. It's big enough to give us enough soybeans without, like, you know, being too small. And then we've got obviously them two across there. We've got a lot of fields, and it's a lot of oats. But we don't really need anything else in the minute. We might as well put some oats in. We need the straw as well. Straw's what we need. Let's just tab back to this guy. Now, I can't do anything while the worker's working. But if we just stop him here, you can see, look. Same buttons, it opens. Other one, nothing at all. I have no idea why that is. If anybody knows why that could be and why one works and one doesn't when they're exactly the same seeders, please do leave it in the comments below. I want to know. So, thank you so much for watching, and if you do like this episode and you're liking the series so far, why is he trying to continually go into the fence? What? I thought these are meant to be intelligent, hence the AI. Artificial intelligence. Absolute idiots, more like. Okay, let's help him out here. He's interrupted the ending of this episode. Is that good enough for you now, dude? Are you going to have enough room now to be able to work? I thought he would have stopped and tried to go round, but he just kept trying to drive at someone else's fence. Okay, let's see if we can hire you back now. You happy? Can I end this episode? If you do like this episode and you like this series so far, then please do give us a like. Leave your comments below with any tips and tricks and anything you want to sort of say. I appreciate any information you can help me with, especially if you can help me with the seed and how to open them. That'd be great. If you've not done so already, then do hit subscribe and turn the little bell notification on to get notified every time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.